Well, let's get back to the conversation about COVID-19, because as coronavirus cases rise in Ontario, so does the fear about a second lockdown. Our next guest is Darian List. He is the owner of the Beach Hill Smokehouse in Toronto. His restaurant made it through 4 months of lockdown, but he does worry about what the autumn holds. Darian joins us right now. Good to have you on the program, Darian.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Listen, we have a lot to discuss here, but I do want to begin with almost a backwards look here. Let's talk about the first lockdown. How difficult was it for you to keep your business afloat during that time period?
Well, Michael, you know, we're in unprecedented times, and just kind of looking back here, interesting enough, the customers, they continue to support Beach Hill Smokehouse. So I can even state that, you know, when a heartfelt story, one customer walks in and tells me, Darian, I don't know what to buy here. I just want to make sure you keep your doors open. Please tell me what to buy. And those are the heartfelt stories I like to share about what's happening in the world today. That, you know, people like that, this is a community that's got to come together, work together, and try to get to the other side of this.
Mm-hmm. But to my understanding, you are worried about a potential lockdown here because, as you know, new restrictions were approved this week that lowered the capacity allowed within a restaurant, limiting the number of people allowed at tables, also requiring more contact information for patrons. How do these new restrictions affect your business?
Well, it really does, because, you know, we pretty much rely on our dine-in. And, you know, I just look back and say, you know, I look at about 50% of all our sales come from dine-in. It's really worrisome. But basically what I do every day, I wake up, I thank God for another day. I pray for just to make a sale. And at night, I thank him for the sales. So I am worried because I know it will affect our bottom line. But I'm also just trying to be optimistic in these troubling times.
Mm-hmm. And sorry to perhaps douse that, only because I do, obviously, there are many people concerned right now that if the numbers don't get under control in Ontario, in Toronto in particular, and Peel region, just in the neighboring region beside Toronto, that restaurants may be closed again as they were in the first phase. What would that mean for your business and the longevity of it?
Well, basically, Michael, we will struggle. We will struggle to keep the doors open. You know, at this point in time, I look in terms of just, again, keeping the doors open, keeping staff employed. It is worrisome because at one point, you just never know. We may hit that threshold where we may just have to close the doors.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering what you would like to see from governments. In this moment, what would you like them to help out businesses like yours? And if the Ontario government in particular has to go into a lockdown of restaurants once again and tells business owners like yourself, you have to close your doors, what do you want governments to do to make your life easier, to perhaps remove some of the worry that your business might not survive?
Well, that's a great question, Michael, because just review all the requirements for the rent subsidy. You know, I believe that, you know, if we get more assistance in the rental subsidy, then that can help us keep the doors open, you know, and also in the wage subsidy as well. As long as we keep those programs in order, intact, we may be able to make it through.
Mm-hmm. Do you worry about winter?
Of course, because now, you know, patio season is over. So, you know, a lot of customers will, you know, they love to sit outside. And if you don't have dine-in, where they're going to sit, right? So that's a very worrisome time. So that's why I say, you know, yeah, looking ahead. Again, I just try to pray every day. Hopefully we'll be okay.
Well, Darian, we wish you and your business well. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me.
And that's Darian List, owner of the Beach Hill Smokehouse in Toronto.